We always used to be able to say American strength on full display. In Kankel's McTaco Tits administration, it is American softness. And I mean that, pun intended, in the most Freudian way imaginable. I mean that I think these people are so broken as human beings pertaining to softness in the areas in which your brain takes you, all the way to the embarrassing display and the humiliation exercise that was put on the United States military by the boss of the military. And I'm talking about Kankel's McTaco Tits. Now he's trying to spin this thing as any gaslighter does. And it works with people who wake up every morning and say, I'm going to be willfully stupid today. I'm going to wake up today. I'm going to put on stupid makeup. I'm going to put on a stupid outfit. And I'm going to watch a stupid news channel by a stupid president. And I'm going to listen to propaganda all day because I'm a dumbass. And that's what these people choose to do. They choose to wake up and be willfully stupid. Here's their leader. Take a listen to this clip.
It's very sad when you do the right thing. As an example, they said, because of the fact that Vladimir Putin came to American soil, this was a tremendous defeat for Donald Trump. No, it was really wonderful that he did it. It was a hard thing for him to do, to be honest with you. It was the opposite of what they said, but they said it. Now, if he didn't come, they'd say that was also bad for Trump. Yeah, there's no way.
Here's the thing on this that just sends me into orbit. Vladimir Putin is a murderous dictator. In 98% of all the other countries on the planet, he would have been arrested on sight. He is using this invitation to the United States. I mean, he is hammering home his welcome back onto the world stage. There are no sanctions against him. Trump did fucking nothing except get humiliated and dogged walk. And anybody that believes what Donald Trump just said, the thing is, we know he knows it because he's trying to project and gaslight about it. This was the most embarrassing moment on record for the United States in my lifetime, maybe since the beginning of the country.
All right. Next up, we have, well, I don't know if we can say since the beginning of the country, we have a pretty horrific record on racism and presidents supporting as such. But in our post-World War II situation, as far as geopolitical situations, it is absolute faceplant American softness. And now we have Zelensky and Trump in the White House. They're not bullying Zelensky today because Zelensky had to bring like 8 world leaders because that's how little and small and soft the Trump administration is. They like to bully allies to prop up a murderous dictator, as Pumps pointed out. But Zelensky has not been able to have an election because they're in an active war. And Trump gets wind of this. And, you know, he always telegraphs everything this man telegraphs. That's why it's just so easy for him to be manipulated by Putin or anybody else. Play the clip.
Say during the war, you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake.
You like this idea?
Yeah.
No.
Speaking of news, I got a question.
This is something that in any other administration would be covered. This administration says very anti-constitutional, anti-democratic messaging all the time. And they lie every single day with impunity. Legacy news is worthless in this moment. That's why you see channels like ours and the Midas Touch and Brian Tyler Cohen and so many others growing, because what you just heard is not normal. It's not funny. It's not a joke. When he took the world leaders into his flea market off the Oval to talk about all of his hats, they all talk about Trump 2028 and all of this stuff. I don't know who's going to tell him that the dementia is, very advanced. It's very obvious. I don't know where the fuck Jake Tapper is on this situation, but that is just so absolutely horrible. And then the Rolling Stones here is reporting that Trump pledges unconstitutional order to limit mail-in voting. After Putin chat, the president demanded that states do what the federal government tells them after announcing an executive order aimed at banning mail-in voting. Number one, Russia has mail-in voting, and Russia's mail-in voting, everybody, isn't even, Putin rigs all of the elections. But this is how easy it is to dog walk Trump. Whoever is the last person in his ear is what he starts telegraphing. And this is a guy who tried to overturn the 2020 election. He's already talking about maybe starting a war so he can stay in. And now he wants to do away with mail-in ballots. It's not, has a dictatorship arrived? Are we in a fascist moment? Yes, we are in a fascist moment. And all of these corporate media channels and all of these, establishment newspapers that sanewash this and have been sanewashing this for 10 years are every bit as complicit as people in the administration that are co-signing on places like Alligator Alcatraz, because you have to prime the American public. You have to prime them. You have to sanewash it. You have to normalize it. And that happens very slowly. And the biggest supporter of this administration has been the media. And remember, he primed you for this in 2016. Fake news. Fake news. This has been a targeted attack on all of our institutions, and we must fight back. So we appreciate all of you for supporting our channel.
I would just say this in response to that. Putin bent Trump over and rode him like a bull. But the two things he wanted to hear that Putin said, whispering sweet nothings, was the 2020 election was rigged. So he comes running out of there and he says that. And then he says, mail-in voting is bad. Those are the two takeaways that Putin gave Trump when he patted him on the head and said, I own you, buddy. And Trump is now going full bore on it. And it's so absolutely stunning that we're not calling it out every single day as he gets ready to execute his his next unconstitutional executive order. But Jennifer, I wanted to thank our sponsor. Our sponsor today is HoneyLove. And what I love personally the most about HoneyLove is I hate wearing bras. I hate wearing shapewear, but it's comfortable and it's breathable. And it allows me to run around and do everything I need to do without thinking about how miserable and hot I am in my undergarments. HoneyLove makes the best wireless bras that feel like a second skin. They're lightweight, breathable, and perfect for hot summer days. So treat yourself to the most comfortable and innovative bras on earth and save 20% off site-wide at honeylove.com/IHIP. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off honeylove.com/IHIP. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Experience the new standard in bras with HoneyLove.
All right. And here we have you guys, the dementia with Kankles is hitting really hard. Play this clip.
You got to stop mail-in voting, and the Republicans have to lead the charge. The Democrats want it because they have horrible policy. If you have mail-in voting, you're not going to have many Democrats get elected. That's bigger than anything having to do with redistricting, believe me.
Okay. So, he's going after mail-in ballots. He wanted ever since 2020. When Joe Biden beat him by, I think, 8 million votes. He's been butthurt about that this entire time. He will not shut up about it. We've all had to endure it. And then here's another clip where this is, you guys, this to me, number one, it proves that he is just a jet stream of bullshit all day, every day. Number two, advanced dementia. Play this clip.
When you go to a voting booth and you do it the right way and you go to a state that runs it properly, you go in, they even ask me. They asked me for my license plate, for identity. I said, I don't know if I have it. They said, sir, you have to have it. I was very impressed, actually.
Okay, that's a complete lie. Nobody asked him for his license plate. Neither did he go into a voting booth. He votes by mail. All of that was 1,000% made up. He's a compulsive liar with dementia and Kankles. Moving along, here's a video of him where he can't speak.
And we're going to try and work out a trilat after that and see if we can get it finished. Put this to sleep because this is not since the Second World War has there been anything like this.
Nobody knows what he's talking about here.
Nobody knows what he's talking about. Did you notice he's pouring sweat. He's like in the middle of a massive, like the whole side of his head is wet with sweat.
Pumps, because Putin took him behind closed doors and said, listen up, MFer. If you don't do what I want you to do, this is going to be leaked. This is going to be leaked. This is going to be leaked. And he's probably been sweating and shriveled up since that very moment. All right. And lastly, here we have President Dementia, Cankles, McTaco Tits, cannot recognize people sitting directly across from him with a nameplate in front of him. Play the clip.
President Stubb of Finland, and he's somebody that, where are we here? Where? I'm right here. Oh, you look better than I've ever seen you look. But you've done.
He's slurring too. The president of Finland. I mean, this is a huge embarrassment. It's an embarrassment beyond measure. It's just unbelievable that we're not 25th Amendment these guys. But I guess the people in that room, they have their heads set so far up his ass, like the administration. But you cannot tell me that Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance, for all his flaws and his bad eyeliner, they know what an asshole he looks like. Don't you think?
Everybody knows. The people at Fox News know. We all know that everybody knows. We know this because we have seen the depositions from the voting lawsuit against Fox. We know this because text messages get leaked. Donald Trump is the worst impulses that this country has ever bred. Unregulated capitalism, letting white people off the hook, providing permission structures to be an absolute judgmental prick racist, all into one person. And tens of millions of people go along with this. They wake up to be willfully stupid, to watch Fox News so they can feel better about being pieces of shit, because they're absolutely misery loves company. And that's what they do. But they absolutely know. Everybody's seeing what we're seeing. And that's why I stand by every single person that triple trumped, every single person that voted for him after the insurrection, every single journalist that sane washes this, every single one of them. This is willful stupidity. You're waking up and choosing to be a stupid person that makes stupid decisions, that is harming a fantastic country for no good reason other than you like being a little bit racist or a lot racist. That's the sole reason for all of this. All right, that's all we have for today. We'll see you all later.